Okay guys, so I am making a zucchini pie in the oven tonight. Some salad. So step one, get 3 big zucchinis and just cut them with a knife. If you have a mandolin, use a mandolin. You want them about yay thick. And you're going to put these on a baking tray. But get your zucchini cut. Okay, so I have my zucchini here. I have a baking sheet with parchment paper because I am going to roast the zucchini in a minute. But let me show you the other ingredients that you need. So you need half a cup of shredded mozzarella, a 1/4 cup of grated Parmesan, a small to medium onion that you're going to dice, 3 eggs that you're going to beat, 5 ounces of feta cheese that you're going to have to crumble unless you buy it crumbled. So it's going to come to about 3/4 of a cup of crumbled feta cheese. You have a 1/4 cup of breadcrumbs. If you don't have breadcrumbs or you're gluten-free or something like that, then you can use almond flour. I use the breadcrumbs because I like the texture. These are actually seasoned panko, so they're super textured. You need a teaspoon of onion powder, teaspoon of garlic powder, half a teaspoon of salt, half a teaspoon of black pepper, and half a teaspoon of dried thyme. I have that separated because you're going to add that separate later on. But right now, these 4 are going to get put together. So I have these together. So if you're the kind of person that likes to measure everything out before you start cooking, less of a mess, then yeah, put the thyme separate. So let's get started. Oh, and you need a 9-inch pie pan, which I have right here. Okay, so the first thing you have to do is take your zucchini that you sliced, and you want to use 3 large zucchini. These were super jumbo zucchini. I mean, look at the size of some of these slices. It's like all my fingers. So I might have extra zucchini after I roast it, but that's okay because I can turn that into an amazing side another day. But anyway, take all your zucchini, put it on a parchment paper lined baking dish, because you want to preheat your oven at 400 and you're going to roast the zucchini. But first, you're going to put about 2 tablespoons of olive oil, because you're going to toss this and coat it in olive oil. So we got about 2 tablespoons of olive oil. And you are going to take your garlic powder, onion powder, pepper, and salt. Okay. And you also want to get your onion, and you're going to sprinkle that all over the place too, because you're going to roast it with the zucchini. Now just toss everything because you want to coat the zucchini, and the seasonings, you want them to get all spread out. Now you're going to pop this in a 400-degree oven for about 20 to 25 minutes. So I'll see you in 25 minutes. Okay, when that gets out of the oven, we're going to mix in all the other ingredients and we're going to assemble the zucchini pie. So you need a big bowl. I'm just using the bowl that I had the zucchini in. Take your 3 eggs, beat them. Okay. And now we're going to mix in here the breadcrumbs, the thyme, add the Parmesan cheese. You're going to add your feta cheese, which I have to crumble because the block was on sale. So I'm like, well, let me buy the block. I just want to mix everything together. Okay, when the zucchini comes out, we're going to mix it with this, and then we'll assemble the pie. So I'll see you in 20 minutes, which is what's left on the timer. Guys, so the timer just went off on the oven, but before I take the zucchini out, I'm going to smush this breadcrumb egg cheese mixture flat to the bottom and spread it out, because what I'm going to do is pour the piping hot zucchini on top, and it's going to start melting this a little bit, and then I'm going to mix it all together. Okay, so let me get the zucchini out. 1 second. Okay, so I just took the zucchini out, and you want to turn your oven down to 375 because that's what you're going to bake. And you're going to pour it right over the cheese mixture because you want to start, it's going to melt and you're going to combine it all together. And as you start to mix the zucchini with the cheese, not only is the cheese going to melt and it's going to coat everything, but the zucchini is going to start to release some of its water, which is completely fine because this is going to bake for 50 minutes. So a lot of that water is going to completely evaporate in the oven. So don't worry if you think it's too much water in the pan, it's fine. See this? It's turning into a creamy, delicious mixture. Okay, so now what you want to do is set this aside. Take your 9-inch baking dish, pie dish, spray it, spritz it, whatever you do to grease your baking stuff. I am going to use some olive oil, and I'm just going to brush this. Don't forget the sides because you don't want this sticking. You're going to put half of the zucchini mixture in the pie dish. And just press it down. You're going to take your mozzarella, sprinkle it just like that all throughout the middle. And then you're going to take the rest of your mixture and put it right on top. And just make sure you're pressing it down as you go because you want this to be nice and compact because you want to cut slices out of this later when it's done baking. And if you don't press it down, then it can fall apart. So just press it all down as best you can. And you see all that juice? Pour it in there because that is all the water that was released from the zucchini, and that will evaporate in the oven because this is going to bake for 50 minutes. And then just make sure it's nice and even in the pie dish. You want this to bake nice and evenly. And this is optional. You could sprinkle about another tablespoon or two of grated cheese over the top, just so that when this bakes, it has a nice golden brown, crispy topping. And that's it. You're going to pop this in a 375 oven for 50 minutes, 50. So I'll see you in almost an hour. Bye. This looks amazing. Look at this. Look how bubbly, toasty brown. All right, so I'm going to let this sit for 5 minutes while I get everything else together. And then I'm going to cut into this and show you what it looks like. But it smells amazing. I already made the salad while this was baking. Okay, so this has been sitting for about 5 minutes. I'm just going to take my little rubber spatula and go around the edges in case it got stuck. Wow, look at that. Look at that. Now that, my friends, looks delicious. Okay, time for the taste test. That tastes fantastic. And there's no crust, so it's low carb. And that's it, folks. Dinner is served. We're going vegetarian tonight with zucchini pie and a refreshing arugula cucumber date salad. Simple, clean eating, nice food, homemade, filling, satisfying, and good for you. Thanks for watching. Bye.